What's going on, y'all? It's your Guru Girl, and we are here with another live, okay? As y'all know, we usually go live on Fridays, but we had to switch up with our schedules. So, we are doing Saturday night lives now, okay, people? Saturday night lives. So, with that being said, stay tuned in, stay locked in, and kick it with us. So tonight our title for this episode is The Mindset of a Woman. And we will be talking about everything on every aspect with the mindset of a woman. All right, you guys. So let me know what y'all think about this question. I'm finna ask y'all real quick. I'm about to pin it in the comments. And let's see what y'all think or whatever. I'm just asking y'all this. This is just a random question. I'm about to type it. I'm going to type it. Y'all gonna see it. Let me see. And I'm going to add my beautiful, lovely co-host, Miss Phil on my fupa, you guys. All right. All right. So I asked the question and I just pinned it. So the question is, what's the worst thing about the woman's mindset? And I'm adding my baby right now, you guys. Hold on. There we go. All right. So that's my question for y'all, starting off this conversation. What's the worst thing about the woman's mindset?
Hey, Shay.
How you feeling, Miami?
I'm feeling good. How about you?
I'm feeling good, too. All right. So I pinned the question, what's the worst thing about the woman's mindset? What do you think?
The worst thing. It depends on which woman you talking to, right?
Yes. But sometimes a lot of us have a lot in common. But that's a good, I like that answer. That's definitely true. Because every woman doesn't have the same exact mindset.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if you want a general answer. I could say self-doubt, right?
I can't hear you like that. You're
I
going in
said
and out.
if you want a general answer, I could say self-doubt.
I can't
Can you
hear
hear
you,
me?
boo. You're going in and out. Mm-mm.
Let me see.
I can't hear you, friend.
You still can hear me?
I can hear you now.
You still hear me?
You going in and out again.
Okay. Let me,
All right, y'all. She left, but we're going to have her come back. So type in the comments, what's the worst thing about the woman's mindset? All right, there
can you
you
hear
go.
me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ask the question again, because I forgot.
All right. What's the worst thing about the woman's mindset? A general answer.
I said self-doubt, right?
I ain't hear you say self-doubt. You was going in and out. But self-doubt, I like that answer. Why you say self-doubt?
I feel like we all suffer from self-doubt every now and then.
Mm.
So just to generalize it, like, what's some of the ones you notice?
Something that I noticed?
Yeah, some of the mindsets you notice.
One thing that I notice about most women is like, it's a competition thing. Like it's something that's always intimidating to a woman for the most part, or they feel like they gotta guard themselves.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You mean like against other women, right?
Right, exactly. Like A woman coming in the room is like,
Yeah,
it's not inviting, it's not warm welcoming, it's none of that. It's like, who this bitch, or I don't care to know this bitch, or you know what I mean?
yeah. I know what you're saying. I feel like that's one too. I feel like a lot of women had it because, like you said, taught to compete with each other or that we in competition with each other.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that they like that though because the way the world is set up?
I mean, not just the way the world is set up. It goes by what you like, what you taught, and who you are yourself. Like, if you're a
Right.
person who can't handle somebody who you feel like is above you in status or is what you want to say is all of that, then it's intimidating. And you can't like if you can't handle it, then you wouldn't want to be around it, right? No, nobody want to
Mm-hmm.
be reminded that they less than.
Right. Oh shit, my phone. But yeah, like that's very true. That's very true. I feel like it's definitely this competition thing that women have going on, regardless of what it is, whether if it comes to a man, the status, looks. Like that's one thing about the women mindset that I hate the most is the competition thing, the envy thing.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that it's enough out here for everybody.
Exactly.
It could be two
Like
equally
this man,
beautiful women, like you know what I'm saying? Y'all just
like
beautiful in
us.
different ways, right? Like people don't understand that sometimes competition is not a bad thing. It don't mean you against each other. There's a such thing as friendly competition or
Mm-hmm.
friendly rivalries too. Like it help you. Like Shay, we got a friendly rivalry. Like say one day I come on here, you know, my lace fucked up, and you come on here sleeve. I know next week I gotta get my shit together because that's how she
Right.
carrying it, right? That's how it's like people
I
don't
get what you're
understand that
saying.
or they don't
Yeah.
take it like that. Some people could say me and you, they could see you with your makeup done. I come on here, oh let me get my shit together because I gotta be better than that bitch. It's never. I know our relationship is never no shit like that. A lot of women don't understand
Yeah.
that friendly competition. It's okay to have somebody
Because they
make
don't.
you feel
Go ahead.
less
My
than
bad.
because that means you gotta step up on your game. What you about to
Right.
say?
But see, what I was about to say was the crazy thing about that is a lot of women don't have real friends. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
By a lot of women not having real friends, they don't understand shit like that. Like you saying that just now, somebody probably got confused. Like, what the fuck you mean a friendly rivalry? You know what I mean?
Right.
So people take offense to certain shit because they don't understand that. Like they don't have genuine people in their corner, like how we are genuine with each other. So it's like when you go to be that way with the next woman, they looking at you like,
That's foreign. Like
sis, we not friends. Like,
right.
yeah, like you are odd, sis.
Like and I agree. It's to add on to that. Some people are just not good friends. It's not that you don't have good friends. You just don't know how to be one.
mm. What's a good friend?
What is a good friend? It depends on the situation. Because
Mm.
sometimes, you know, friends make bad decisions, but they don't mean they're a good friend. But when it comes to shit like
Facts.
that, um, knowing how to handle your fucking emotions towards your friend. Okay, if you feel in competition or a friendly rivalry, that means they bringing up some kind of envy in you to where, oh, I like how you doing that shit. I'm not here. Let me get my shit together.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying, oh, she look good. Oh, fuck this bitch. Why she look so good or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference.
Right, right.
As well as far as
A
handle,
big difference.
I feel like being a good friend is handling your emotions towards your friends and being considerate of their emotions. Right? That's the
Exactly.
gist of it,
Being
right?
extremely considerate of it. Mm-hmm. Definitely the gist of it because people are very inconsiderate. And that's one thing about a woman's attitude as well. Like when we don't give a fuck, we don't give a fuck for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we don't have no, a lot of females don't have no filter. So, especially when things don't go their way or it's just, they angry or whatever the case, they don't have no filter. So, when it comes to shit like that, like, you have to be considerate because if you say certain things a certain way, you know what I'm saying? It shit could go left. Period. It don't
Mm-hmm.
matter what the situation is.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people have issues with that, where they say some shit that's inconsiderate, but they don't feel like it's inconsiderate. But you
Mm-hmm.
can't determine if what you're saying is offensive to somebody. If they feel offended, I mean, it's either you care or you don't, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. I literally just went through some shit like that.
What happened? Just spill the tea.
Literally just went through that. So, so like, I said something or whatever, and I ain't think it came out that way, but they like, don't talk to me like that, and I'm like what? You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, the fuck you mean? Like what? So that person just shut down, and I'm just like, but me being stubborn because I'm in my feelings. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I'm like, what? Like, you tripping? Da-da. But when I really look at it, I'm like, okay. But because my pride was in the way, it's like, but
Yeah,
I definitely get what you're saying. Like, just went through that. Like, you can't tell me what's gonna offend me because you're not me.
right. Sometimes it's offensive when they take it that way and you didn't mean it like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but people gotta explain themselves. Like they can't just get mad and be like, "Oh, don't treat me like that," and you not treating them no kind of way. They gotta explain. That's a trigger for me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, but a lot of people
Yeah.
don't do that. They'll just go off on you. Don't do that shit. Da 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 da. And you just sitting there with the stuck face, like, "Damn, what happened? I thought we was, you know."
Right. I thought we was there. I thought we was cool. Like, what's the situation?
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Change worst. And when it come to men, what do you think is some flaws about our mindset?
I ain't no man. What you mean, are? I don't know.
I'm saying like women like handle when we handle men when we in relationships or when we talking to men or dealing with them. Like, what do you think is our flaws when it comes to our mindset?
Our flaws. Let me see. I want to say seeing potential in a nigga because I know a lot of women do that. You see he
Baby,
doing one right thing, and you think you could fix him to do all this and that. People usually will tell you who they are. You know what I'm saying? And you got to take it or leave it. But women, we be
real
thinking they
shit,
gonna change or they gonna grow into this or grow into that.
real shit.
Yeah. So.
My bad, my phone had paused. We definitely fall in love with potential. We
Mm,
fall in love with potential, and we gotta be fucking Mrs. Fix It. Like, we gotta fix everything. Child, fucking camera just fell down.
I want to say over forgiving sometimes too. A lot of women do that. Shit, I was raised with the three strike
Mm.
rule. You got three times.
The three strike rule.
Out the kid, like, yeah, it's like. But a lot of women, they real
No, real
forgiving, like,
shit.
and they don't realize, like, with certain behaviors, when you keep forgiving and taking them back, then you tell them that shit is okay. You wonder why you
Yeah,
getting the same result.
that's real shit. But you ever went? You never went through nothing where you was too forgiving. Like you said, you went through the three strike thing. Like, you never had an experience where you was too forgiving.
Yeah, I'm always too forgiving. I, but that's just my personality. Like, I'm with certain people.
Yeah.
If I don't really care if I really care about you, I'll address it like right then and let you know. But if I don't really care for it, like
Mm.
I'll let people slide too much to where it's to the point where I gotta blow up to let you know stop fucking playing with me.
Yeah.
Flaw on me, I gotta work on it. But yeah, I have. What
No,
about
that's a
you?
fact. Same exact shit. We alike in a lot of ways. So when it comes to being forgiven, like, I'm definitely the type of person that give chance after chance after chance after chance. But once you do the ultimate thing that I feel like I can't take back, it's like,
Oh, you can see me.
nope.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
the
breaking up. It's like, no, like, I explode and it be over with. You know what I mean? But that's way too much because now it's like, you give a motherfucker the room, the fucking slide, they gonna start ice skating on your dumb ass, and you
for
gonna be
real.
sitting back like, But you the one who let that happen because you kept tolerating it. And when you ain't had to, you chose to tolerate. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely still learning it. Like I got a lot better, but I'm still learning it.
Yeah, I'm learning the importance of setting boundaries at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When you feel it make you a type way. I don't know. Well, not what the fuck I just said. When you feel like it make you feel a type way, you gotta address that shit right head on.
Yeah,
Like, I
most
mean, you don't have
definitely.
to address it aggressively, but you gotta say something.
For real, for
People,
real.
sometimes people just be fucking trying. I don't know what bitches problem be. Like real shit. Sometimes people really just
For
be trying
real.
you. So you gotta set those boundaries.
Real shit. Because if you don't, like you said, the motherfucker gonna keep thinking they could play with you.
Mm-hmm.
Boundaries are very important. And I feel like women, you know what, it's crazy because I was talking to one of my friends earlier too. And we was talking about expectations. And I was like, I feel like I set my expectations too high for a certain person. And she was like, don't ever say put your expectations too high at all. She was like, for that person, you might be true, but don't ever say it at all because certain people can't handle certain shit.
Right.
So when she was saying that, I'm like, it really hit. Like, women got this thing where we so forgiving that we don't even know our worth, or we don't even understand that a lot of the shit that go on is in our hands. Like the ball be in our court for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like women underestimate themselves. Like you said, self-doubt.
Yeah.
And lead back to what you first said, self-doubt.
Yeah, I agree. Um, as far as not lowering your boundaries, a lot of times women do lower their boundaries or they adjust them because okay, he can't attain them, so maybe they unattainable.
Mm-hmm.
No, he just don't fit the bill. Like that's
Period.
uh,
It's other
definitely right.
niggas that could definitely fit the bill.
Mm-hmm.
Real shit. Speaking of these niggas.
What about him?
So you had sent me this interesting video of what's her name? Scheherazade Ali.
Mm-hmm.
That's my baby. I love her. But she was talking some shit. Okay. What she say in that video? She said, where the idea of cheating came from or something like that.
Yeah, she was asking the audience, where did it come
Child.
from?
She fucked me up on that one. I ain't gonna hold you. She had some valid points, but some shit I still felt like it was like kind of leading towards enabling men to be a certain type of way. I was kind of in and
Yeah,
out about it. What you
she
think?
fucked my head up too because she said she was basically saying what we just said. People gonna show you who they are, and if they telling you that's who they are, you can't like why try to change them. Like if a
Right.
man, there's the way she broke it down. She said, "All right, so where did cheating come from? If you find out your man's had a ongoing relationship with another woman for say 5 years, and it has not affected your life or taken away from your life or the value of your relationship, what's the problem? If he maintaining both of y'all and it's not affecting you, what's the difference now? Except for now you know and you hurt and you don't want to share him. Why can't he be who he is if he can maintain two women?
Mm.
Now that makes sense, right?
Crazy because it do.
But I like the way the girl who was explaining the video broke it down because
Yeah.
she was saying cheating, no, cheating is real. When you make a commitment to somebody and tell them that you're gonna be with them and you don't make them
And
aware that
only
you're seeing
them.
somebody else, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
then that's cheating. Yeah, that's breaking your promise or your commitment. That's different.
Right.
But she was basically saying that other shit that what was we talking about last time? Let your man cheat in peace. That was her whole concept. Concept.
Yes.
Like you ain't gonna do nothing.
Yes.
She basically said you either gonna be the only woman or the other woman.
Because it ain't either or.
Yeah. So
I love the way she broke that down. Like when Scheherazade was saying it, it was like, oh, what the fuck she talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I agree with damn near all the shit she be talking about. Like, cause I really admire her. But when she was saying it, it was
yeah.
like, whoa, like I was in and out, like I was shifting. And then when the girl explained it and broke it down, I'm like, that's like, I agree 1,000%. Like, if a dude is, if you find out that he's cheating on you after he told you he would never do that, or he tried to call himself proving that he's loyal to you, and you still stay, you enabling that man. Don't try to change nothing. He clearly not gonna change.
But
He not
I'm
gonna
going in
change
and out.
it.
I'm going in and out.
No, that was my
I'm
phone. My
going in and
bad.
out. Okay. Yeah, I agree. And then I liked how she broke it down, saying that what difference does it make if it's not hurting you? That's important. Like,
Real shit.
if a man can maintain two women, what's the problem? Except for you can't have them as solely yours. What would be the problem? Shay, if your man can maintain you, y'all marry, y'all live together, and he can maintain you and another wife or another woman, and you not lacking or nothing, he not lacking, what's the problem? I tell you the motherfucking problem. You mind, dickhead, and you can't have nobody else.
Period.
That's the motherfucking problem. But that would be the only issue.
You saw my face, bitch. I'm just like,
Shit.
cause that, like, I feel like, and then it lead back to polygamous relationships. Like, with the polygamy shit, I respect it 100%, but I'm just not that type of person. Like, it depends on your mindset. Like, I'm not that type of woman that's gonna sit there and be like, okay, like, I'm crying,
Yeah.
bitch. Is you alright? Don't die on me. Don't die on me.
You know, that Canada Dry ain't a fucking joke.
Real shit. But yeah, like, it all go back to your mindset. It's like, do you have the mindset to where you can handle that? I don't have the mindset to where I can handle that. And that's because of the simple fact that I talked about this multiple times. Somebody was trying to introduce that to me, and I'm like, bro, like, no. You
That's
can.
the whole thing. But she talking on a sense of the most perfect aspect of it. He maintaining you and maintaining her. I feel like in a situation like that, and she don't know, it had to be at some point in time where he was lacking, where she felt like he was giving his attention to somebody else. Because
Hmm.
when somebody else is there, you know, even if you can't prove it, you kind
Yeah.
of,
Your intuition is there
because
always.
his mind is on two different things. Let's be real, men, they not that good at fucking multitasking anyway. So
Them niggas
you
are
fucking
dumb.
know.
You know. Them niggas dumb.
So I feel like
That's
I
true.
really I love the way she broke it down because it made it understandable, but it's never going to be black and white and perfect in that aspect.
Hmm.
And for it to get that way, the woman has to be open to it.
Real
Because it's a
shit.
different, especially for American women, we taught one man, one woman, one woman. So I want my one, and I don't want to share them.
Exactly.
So,
And that's on motherfucking period. Because I ain't sharing you with nobody, ho.
shit, that's my dick, and I want it now.
Okay. Okay. What she say?
Shit.
Come here. Bring that dick here. Because don't fucking play. But yeah, like, it's definitely a mindset thing. I can't do that. Sorry, that's just not for me. You want two bitches? Sayonara.
Yeah. But some women, I mean, I feel like it's, even though it'll never be a perfect sense of it, it's some men that can handle it. Like I tell you, I bring up my brother's situation all the time. Yeah,
Mhm.
nigga, I'm putting you out there. That, but
Okay.
I feel like he like is the perfect example of a man who could have sustained. I don't know about no four, but more than one woman. Because I know he genuinely they both his baby moms. He genuinely loved both of them at the same time, and he was providing for both of them. But the
Hmm.
situation was the women; they didn't want to share, so they made him pick.
Yeah.
But I feel like if they had humbled themselves enough to realize, well, he giving us both what we need. Basically, he both ours, and came together, it would have been a different situation. But it's not easy. I can't tell them they were wrong for that because I know I would
Hmm.
never, I don't ever see myself humbling myself to do no shit like that. So I can't expect you or say that you could have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
What you think?
I think, I think that, like I said, I don't have nothing against polygamous relationships. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I love hard. So if I'm in love with somebody to the point where, as though, like, I know for a fact I don't want to lose them or whatever the case, I'm not nobody fucking. I'm not gonna sit back and be a doormat, but at the same time, it's like, if I love you that much, fuck it, we rocking. So I honestly don't know what I would do if I was in that situation, because I ain't in love with I ain't all the way in love to the point where I could just sit back and be like, all right, it is what it is. This how we carrying it. Mm-mm.
Right. All right. So let me ask you this: you grew up in the Muslim community, or right?
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever seen a relationship go like that, where a man was actually doing what he was supposed to do and providing for both wives,
Okay.
or only ever seen fuck shit?
So the situation was toxic. I'm not saying no names. The situation was toxic. Uh, I know for a fact this man was definitely in love with both women. You could tell by the way he maneuvered and by the way he did stuff, but it was not healthy. And it definitely was on some shit where it was some picking and choosing after a while. It was like, all right, you got to make this decision. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. But whole time he playing both sides of the fence. So it wasn't, you know what I mean? It still was like the American way. So it just wasn't good. But he from
Was
what
he
I
being
know,
like sneaky and cowardice about it? Like, cause I feel like if men really came and put like they masculine big dick energy on the table, like, all right, look, I love you, but I love her too, and I want both of y'all. Y'all gotta take it or leave it. A lot of bitches would be like, you know what? At first they'd be like, you know, no, no, but after a while they'd be like, you know what? Maybe I could. You don't think so?
probably.
A lot. I feel
I
like a lot of situations out there like that, but they not in like religious rules. Because
yeah.
there's a lot of situations out there like that.
No, real shit. And it's crazy because I say this all the time. Like, if you going to be okay and glorify being a side bitch, why not glorify being the right way? Like, if everybody could sit down and come to an agreement, what's wrong with it?
What's wrong with it is in America it's one man, one woman. So you gotta pick one because if something happened to you, I can't get the fucking benefits. If you to claim her, I don't care who how much you love me.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel like if you open to it, you should be open to it. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's real shit. Oh, I'm getting notifications from motherfuckers stealing. Hold up. My bad. But yeah, I definitely agree with you 100%. Like, if you okay with being a side bitch, why not being okay with being a sister wife, mamas? You already sharing. Might as well continue. If you ain't gonna be done completely, then go to fuck ahead.
Yeah. I don't know. Women, we you know, they say men territorial, but we are too. I feel like not so much as territorial, but possessive.
It's crazy. I feel like men more possessive than us.
You think so? I
Hell
can't speak for
yeah.
all women because I know.
I know I'm extremely possessive, but I'm not. I'm also I was like that before, but I learned that because
Mm-hmm.
I got a bunch of brothers and cousins, whatever. I was around a lot of dudes. Like, I was the type of female that could be around all the dudes. So me learning how they are and how they move is like, all right, I'm possessive and whatever like that, but once you keep showing me I'm just not that one, or you don't want to be bothered, or you start moving a certain way, oh, I'm definitely not gonna chase you, nigga. Like, if you go ahead, you go ahead. I don't give a fuck how much I care about you, especially the mindset I got right now and all the shit I went through before. You feel me? So it's like now it's like,
You're
you
not
want to move,
tolerating it. Right.
okay? You want to act crazy and move different? I'm gonna fucking move different with you. We both gonna be on two different type times, and that's just gonna be that. But I really feel like men are way more possessive than women, and I say this because niggas do they dirt and fuck with whoever they fuck with, and be dealing with so many other people. But the second you step out and you do what you do and do the same thing they do, they ain't tolerating it. They
That's
like,
why I feel like
uh-uh.
it's more so territorial because it's the fact that men, I feel like a lot more men can go out and just have sex with no feelings. It's easier for men than it is for women. Not to say that women can't do it, but it's easier for
Mm-hmm.
men. And when we do it, they know usually he had to get up in our head first
Right.
before he got up in the ass. So they can't handle the fact that yo, he took my spot. I don't even fuck this bitch. You let this nigga take my spot. He be hurt.
Real shit. No, that's
So
real shit. But I like that's the thing though. That's why I say it's a possessive type thing because you really feel like you own me. You
Mm-hmm.
fucked with all these different females, but when it come to me, why is it me that you don't want me to go? That, like you feel like you own me, nigga. Like no, you don't own me. I own me and this pussy. Like you're tripping.
They can't imagine somebody else in that joint enjoying it. Like this mine, he's sharing.
Exactly. Exactly. So like that's why I feel like men are more possessive than us because like you fucking do whatever you want all day long, but the second like they can't dish what the
You're
fuck they put out.
I agree. Because if a nigga see another nigga flirting with you, they just gonna get real,
Hmm.
temperamental. I want to say.
Unless they just a nonchalant, like if they a nonchalant type dude and they try to act all macho and like shit don't care. All right, it's a difference between not giving a fuck and having that confidence in your female. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, some men take that as a
If you,
compliment. If he know how y'all rock, yeah, takes
hmm
that compliment on me. But some
right,
men they can't handle that. They get jealous. All these bitches
hmm
gawking at all these niggas gawking at my bitch. Like what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
right, they act fucking
Just the
goofy.
thought of it. Shit.
They be acting fucking goofy. So when it come to stuff like that, leading on the other shit, the mindset of women, what do you think the mindset is with mothers and daughters?
Um, you mean in the black community? What the fuck?
Of
In
course,
the
in a
black
black
community,
community. Hmm.
we know the complex is black moms and daughters don't be getting along for like I know I want to say from let's say age 10, let's say 7 between 7 to 10 to 25. Would you agree with that?
I definitely agree.
Um, I know a lot of people say like it's a jealousy thing.
Hmm. I feel like it got something to do with jealousy, but I also feel like it's intimidation.
You ever heard of the electric complex?
No, what's that?
All right, so it's a complex between mothers and daughters that say the when the daughter is a child, she's attracted to her father sexually on a subconscious level. So naturally, she want to be her father mate, and she get jealous of the mom. But then she learn to be like the mom to attract mates like the dad.
Mm.
Right now, I could say that that's to a certain extent that's true because I know I had my dad around for a good few years of my life in a relationship with my mom. So I know when he came around, and it was like it was always I was always a daddy's girl. So when my mom would come home or whatever, he would give his attention to her, and I'd be like, "This bitch in the way." That's what I know me as a child. That's what I was thinking in my head, like maybe at 4 or
Yeah.
5. But I mean, you ever seen a little girl say, "I'm a married daddy"? You
Mm-mm.
never heard a little girl say, "I'm a married daddy. I love daddy." Da 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 da. You never seen how daughters act towards the dad,
Yeah, they cling. Girls cling to their dad more.
and they say that's because it's subconscious. Like they is a subconscious sexual attraction. They say the same thing about boys. Like they wish like
I
it's like
agree.
a fucking a theory or whatever. They wish that they could mate with the mom, but they know that the dad is bigger, and they fear that he going to castrate him or
I'm
whatever. It's just a bunch
crying.
of bullshit. But it's basically the gist of it is that the daughter is in competition with the mom, and I feel like the mom can feel that jealousy that the daughter has for her against the dad,
Hmm.
and then for situations with no dad, and then I feel like how they say moms try to live out their lives through their daughters.
Yes.
I feel like in the black community, it's not always in that sense. It's more so of a jealousy of her youth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it making sense?
You on point, bitch. Because I think everything that you just said, like, and then our time is different as far as the world we live in. You know what I mean? Like, people are more accepting. It's still some bullshit going on, but people are way more accepting of people being themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think of it like the era that our parents was in. They could be themselves, but it still was limitations on it, especially from their parents because they was old school, old school. You feel me? So now that we in an era where we are more free to be ourselves and we could wear whatever the fuck we want and don't give a fuck. Like we just don't give a fuck. So now that come into play too with that. It's like, okay, this little young bitch, but now it's like, oh, she just fucking could do whatever she want and don't give a fuck about what nobody think. They probably want some shit like I wish I could have grew up like that.
Yeah, and that would explain like narcissism. Like when you explained it, you said, "Oh, saying how you feel to your mom and she making it about her." Maybe
Hmm.
it's to the point where she feel like, "Okay, that's what I got from my mom. That's what I'm taught." So subconsciously, she like, "Okay, you talking about you? What about me? Nobody cares about me." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it plays on that jealousy or envyism.
It do. It really do. But it's just unfortunate that almost every fucking black girl I know went through that with their mom. I don't know not one. I'm lying. I'm lying. I don't like I it's just too common. You get what I'm saying? It's too common
Mm-hmm.
for females to be at the battleground with their moms.
But that has to be it has to be taught. It's learned. So if her mom was treating her like that, then subconsciously she's doing that to you. And she got it from her mom, who got it from her mom. Da 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 da.
It's a curse. I don't know. I just can't like with my daughter, like I just can't go through that with her. I can't have her feel like I'm sitting back on some bullshit like, oh, this bitch think this or you know what I mean? Like I'm my daughter
But I feel
biggest
like
fan.
that's because you aware. I feel
Hmm.
like moms who do that a lot of times they're not aware of it. They in their head as the victim. Like I said, they like, what about me? You know, because they tell you when you have a daughter, it's supposed to be your lifelong friend.
Yep.
Your friend supposed to understand your struggles. I've been through all of this. I need an ear too. I don't
Hmm.
want to hear about your BS. And then she could just be teaching you. Then nobody listen to my shit. I ain't gonna listen to yours.
No, that's facts.
But every one of yours, I got three. Shit.
No, that's facts. But that's real shit though. Like I'm very much aware, and that's because I went through some shit. But like my, you can't tell me shit about my baby girl. Like I'll curse her ass out in this house, but we walk out that door. That's what. Ooh, turn to
Got
the
a
side,
10.
bitch.
I got a 10. You see it.
Yes.
Y'all see it. Let me just get that one on. Look like I'm sun kissed.
Okay. Period. But yeah, like I don't know.
Like,
I
what
I,
steps do you take to make sure you don't project no energy like that on your daughter?
I give her small talk. You know what I mean? Like if she do something because naturally when you raised a certain type of way, some shit just stick with you. I don't give a fuck when nobody try to say like, oh no, that's not going to. Some things are gonna be stuck. Some
Mm-hmm.
things that you want to change, but you battle with forever and ever, and it won't change. Probably to fucking later on down the line when it don't matter no more, or it just won't. So
Mm-hmm.
like certain things stuck with me throughout my life, and I'm going through the thing where I'm trying to reverse it. But if it's things that she do that I don't like, or bitch, yes,
No, bitch, I'm listening.
neck,
Keep going.
some neck, okay. Look at
Y'all
that
see that?
fucking model right there.
Y'all see
I'm
that?
bitch. I'm
No, for real.
screaming. But yes, bitch, a model in the making. But I try my hardest to have small talk with her. If she do something that I don't like or that I don't approve of and I don't understand, like I'll be like, "Can I talk to you, Haya?" And I explain myself to her, and she will, break it down for me. Or sometimes when we in situations where I make her feel uncomfortable, she'll wait till my sons are away and be like, "Mom, can I talk to you?" Like I give her the floor. You know what I mean? I don't try to down talk her feelings when she do come to me. Like if she feeling some type of way, I'm like, all right, what did I do to make you feel that way?
Mm-hmm. See,
So
okay. Like that's dope because I was gonna say a lot of times people make mistakes or our parents make mistakes and they don't explain themselves or don't let us talk about it and discredit our feelings.
mhm,
And I feel like All right, so I've never experienced like extreme narcissism, but I know when I was younger, when I would try to talk to my mom, I would get shut down. Like she didn't try to hear me out. She just had her opinion of it, and that was it. And I feel like she got that from her mom a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you do that, that's how you break it. Like so that your child feels heard is how to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure you're not carrying that shit over. Because like you said, if you grew up around something or you're around something for a certain amount of time, you will carry it or pick up those habits with you regardless. But it's the correcting it by explaining it. Well, this is why I did
Mm-hmm.
that. I was triggered. I felt this way. So that's what came out. So people understand why you do stuff. Because we human, we make them.
Exactly. We human as fuck.
But
We
you
ain't gonna
right.
be perfect.
Oh
That other one had you looking like a whole white girl.
shit, you can see my complexion. I gotta drink some water.
Yeah.
Let me stop playing with these filters before I fucking close my
Bitch, I'm loving it. Keep going.
shit.
All right, you went back to the regular schmegula. Okay. But yeah, like I try. Ooh. Bitch, you is flexing down here. I try my hardest though to give her the floor and give her the opportunity to feel heard, because I know that I was silenced a lot, like, or a lot of the things I said was wrong, or I was crazy, or you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why when it comes to talking to people, I tread a certain type of way. You know what I mean? Like if somebody try to address something to me, I'm like, oh well, like I really, it's trauma. I go back in a like a kid mood. You know what I mean? Like I'm a kid
Mm-hmm.
again because I got so used to being shut down. Like my feelings didn't matter, my thoughts didn't matter. So that's why, like most of the time, I give other people the floor. Like I'm like, okay, so what do you think, or you know what I
Right.
mean?
And that's
That's
such a
just
great thing. Like you teaching your daughter from the rip, like her feelings are valid, and that's going to affect how she treat and talks to other people. Like a
most
lot of black
definitely.
women don't know how to talk to black men. A lot of situations are like that because we shut down by whoever we grew up with. So naturally, we learn that's how you communicate. You get your
Mhm.
point across, and they point don't matter. But you teaching your daughter not only are they feelings valid, but mine are as well. So she will come in with a certain standard. If you're not respecting my
Mhm.
feelings, then it what the fuck is this anyway? You know what I'm saying? So
Most
you doing
definitely.
big shit.
I'm trying, bitch. I'm trying. That shit ain't easy though.
It's not easy as a parent, especially to explain yourself and then to admit if you made a mistake, to admit to that. But that's teaching your daughter a lot.
Yeah.
Her feelings are valid, that she heard, she important, and that's life skills. Shit. A lot of us don't learn that shit till we like 35. Go ahead.
Okay,
Am I
bitch.
frozen? Am I frozen? I don't see
Now,
myself.
yeah, I see a little circle.
You hear me?
I can
All
hear
right,
you
that's
though. I just can't.
telling me.
You
Stop
just
fucking with the
frozen.
filter. I'm doing too much. Um,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, but anything else on mothers and narcissism?
Mm.
Yo, I'm really froze. And then I got that goofy ass
I'm,
face.
I'm crying. Uh, bitch, you play too much. Mothers and narcissism. I feel like, with them it's like you can't be the fucking attacker and a victim. Like they play that role a lot. They make everything about them, but when you address them about the things that is about them that's wrong, they play the victim. Like you is one or the other,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't understand that shit.
I know they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but that's a motherfucker lie. You could teach
That's,
that victim rule. It could be a cry for help. I'm thinking.
yeah,
Do you think? I'm
I
really
agree.
fucking.
I definitely do. I do feel some type of way about you being froze, bitch. I was enjoying you play with the filters.
I'm just mad. I got this goofy ass look on my face. Like I'm laughing at myself right now. But
Oh
yeah,
my
I feel
god.
like definitely that could be a cry for help. Like we said, she was never heard.
Mhm.
Why should I hear you? Nobody ever heard me. But I feel like we should, the same way you do with your daughter. There I go. Same. Okay, another goofy face. The same way you do with your daughter. That's how you would do with your mom. Like
Yeah.
explain. Take that time to explain. Well, this is how this made me feel. But that's not always easy to do because, like you said, they're not open to hearing your point. But what I'm learning
Mm-hmm.
is when you make sure you validate and make sure they know you heard they point first, they're more open to hear you. So
Yeah.
say some shit like, "Well, mom, I understand that you feel this way and that you think that, but when you said this, that, and third, this made me feel this way." And even most moms, if you got a mom like mine, she will be hard and stubborn, but she'll show you whether or not she heard what you said. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be open because some people like people process shit differently. So
Real
she
shit.
not don't expect her to be kumbaya with you. Like, you know what, baby, you right. I'm gonna do better. What black mom you know gonna do that shit?
Y'all none. Cause I sometimes I don't even do that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. When I gotta put my foot down with certain shit, it's like, all right, look, man, fuck out of here. But then
Mm-hmm.
I run it back. You know what I'm saying? And clarify with you, like, I did this because X, Y, and Z. Like, I understood you and I felt you, but at that moment, at that given time, I felt like you was playing with me. So, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This shit gonna
Like,
come
we
with a
gotta lead
fucking
the way.
handbook.
They'll follow suit. Lead the way, because once you show somebody you're not tolerating certain shit, they either gotta get with it or get lost.
Period.
And like that clip you sent me about black parents, they don't understand that you setting healthy boundaries is not disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
That's you teaching them that. But a lot of times I feel like black children or the children of these black parents don't understand. You can say how you feel without getting disrespectful. That's how you
Oh,
check your parent. When
yes.
you showing respect and they can't say you being disrespectful and you check them, that's how they understand. You gotta show respect. Because a lot of people be
But the
raising their
crazy,
voice.
the crazy thing is,
Mom hitting them.
motherfuckers really don't be getting disrespectful, but they really take it as disrespect because you put in that boundary, because they know the boundary. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could sit there, like, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
most families are full of dysfunction, but most families are full of black women because a lot of the men is not around. So by women already having a mindset and the attitude that we got, if you set a certain boundary with them, we already got the attitude like it's my way or no way. So if you really go out your way to set a boundary with them, they gonna look at you like, bitch, what? You know what I mean? Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
rather if it's disrespect or not. Like, if you come to your mom, like if your mom say something to you a certain type of way, you be like, don't do that, mom. What you mean? You know what I mean? Like little dumb shit like that. It start off little
But
and then it get bigger and bigger.
but that's a defense mechanism because I know they probably aware of why you questioning them and what you questioning them on. But the fact that they couldn't do that to their parents, or it's so foreign to them, they go, "What you mean?" or "You can't do that," or "You being disrespectful." But that don't mean nothing. You still got to set your boundaries. You do that shit for you.
Period.
Um, I'm really froze with this goofy ass face.
I'm crying. Definitely gotta set the boundaries. What's your favorite thing about the woman's mindset?
My favorite thing because there's just so many. I gotta pick one. Let me see. I want to say just our drive, our determination.
Mm-hmm.
Because black women, we the biggest hustlers on the motherfucking planet. I don't give
Real
a nobody.
shit.
Say. I don't give a fuck if you hustling food stamps, you hustling bundles, bitch.
Okay.
You selling nickel and dime bags while you doing hair out the crib. Bitches make it happen. What black mom you know couldn't make it happen on fucking Thanksgiving or some shit like that? Even if she was a crackhead, Tupac told it all. Like,
No,
come
real
on,
shit. That's real shit.
we had. Like, I mean, at first, I know the term "a strong black woman" was an insult, but we took it and flipped it in such a way
Mm-hmm.
to where it's a rite of passage. And yes, I
Real
did hear
shit.
that in the video, but I liked it, so I used it. Mind your
I'm
fucking business.
crying. Period. That's my favorite. That's my favorite thing about our mindset too. Like, we just determined. Like, is we're gonna get the shit done. You know what I mean? Like, especially when we on survival mode. Bitch, don't play with us.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play
That's
with
when we go
us.
hard at.
Bitch,
Like,
I ain't think I had it in me until the fuck I started going through some real life shit, okay? And now I be trying to revert myself like, bitch, be lazy. I can't no more. I can't
Real
no more.
shit.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like this fucking crazy ass drive that I got. Like it's like nothing can stop me. Like of course you fucking go through the motions and you be tired or you be like, man, what the fuck? Like, but ain't nothing like, man, I'm gonna make this shit happen. Like, no, you could go through hell and back in one day, but still make it
Mhm.
fucking work.
Real shit.
That's my favorite quality about us too.
Okay, okay. Yo, I'm about to give myself a stack. Fuck, I'm doing a duck face. The nut ass roll your boat edges.
Hey
What's going
yo,
on?
I'm crying. No, your edges on
It look
fleek,
like sea
bitch.
wave. I'm just giving myself a stack. Like I'm mad I'm
Listen,
frozen. I can't see myself.
I'm mad you froze too, bitch.
Yes. Well,
You
how you
think the
feel about
filter's
this?
fucking?
No, I feel like it's my Wi-Fi because
Oh,
my
okay.
phone telling me that you doing too much. You got chill. I got all this shit on.
I'm cracking up. I feel good about this live. This live is like, oh, bitch. Now you there.
Let me see. Um,
I'm
I feel
crying.
like this was a good little drawing.
It
And I stand.
was. Yeah. What was my favorite part? My favorite part was talking about the polygamous part.
Me too. Me too. Talk
Oh,
about men and shit. Yo,
yeah.
that question was so book club on a rug. What was your favorite part about the book, kids? Like, fuck out of here. But yeah, I feel like that was
What
my
was
favorite
the
part.
best thing you learned today?
Real shit. Yeah, I feel like polygamy was the best part because polygamy is such a touchy subject. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
too, for real, it's too many women to every man for us to be so close minded to polygamy. But
Real
just
shit.
niggas just be on fuck shit and we not with it. So I'm glad we touched on that yet again.
Yes, like always. So, you guys will be here next week. Our new day is Saturdays, Saturday Night Lives. So make sure y'all stay locked in with us on Saturdays. And remember, we are on Anchor and Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So if y'all can't catch the lives, y'all know where to go. The link is in the bio, peoples.
Definitely. And catch us on Sunday on our self love gear segment.
Yes.
Just come through on Sunday, self love gear. We gonna do something for y'all real nice.
Period. We got a whole lot more in store for y'all, okay? We got some big shit coming. So just wait on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, baby. See you next
All
week.
right, Shay. Damn, we out.
We out. Cheer.